friends, welcome to another college adventure. In today's video, I'm going to take you guys through my journey to 12-9 grades at iGCSEs. Now as an international student, I took the Edexcel iGCSEs, but I'm pretty sure these tips can apply to anyone following the Edexcel GCSEs, AQA and any other exam boards as well. Tips number 3, 4 and 5 are ones I've never really heard anywhere else before, so make sure to stay tuned till the end. Tip number 1. Know your subject specification or curriculum very well. Most exam boards publish their subject specifications on their website. If you're following the Edexcel iGCSE curriculum, here's how to find it for chemistry, for example. Once you find your specifications, it's important not to just know the content points given in it, but also how those are written. Pay close attention to the keywords at the beginning like understand and know what is meant by, and these will tell you what exactly you need to know about that content point to answer questions at the exam. For example, know what is meant by directly means you need to memorize the definition, while understand hints at realizing the logic behind the theory. I've also left a link to a document stating the exact interpretation of these keywords, so you can easily refer to it in the description box below. Download the specs for each of your iGCSE subjects and make sure to refer to them while you study. This will help you prevent wasting time studying things you don't have to, and you will be able to grab only the knowledge you need for your exams. Tip number 2. Pre-read the relevant lesson before each class. Reading your lessons beforehand not only can increase your class participation and impress your teacher, but it can also help you to understand the content prior and, most importantly, recognize the gaps in your knowledge. Often, these gaps in your knowledge are what will be tested in your exams, so it's always good to identify these and get them clarified by your teacher, and pre-reading will help you do this very easily. Tip number 3. Make your own notes for every subject, including math. Most teachers and parents may disagree with me when I say this, but this is a tip I actually learned myself during my AS levels, which I wish I'd known during my iGCSEs too, because it would have made my life a lot easier. You need to start making your notes from day one itself to prevent cramming. When taking down your notes, make sure that you combine any materials from your textbooks, school notes, tuition class notes, and model questions and answers into one single notebook using your own words. This would mean that you have combined all the possible content you will need to study into one, so you wouldn't need to read through the same topic multiple times using several resources closer to your exams. Doing this will help you cut down your study time by almost half. Using your own words is very crucial because this is what will help your brain to grasp the content you write down, so don't just copy straight off your materials. For math, there's a specific format of notes that I took to make my life easier, which helped me to go from struggling with it to getting over 95% for almost all my units at AS levels. This consists of 3 parts. The theory, how to generally solve a problem you might get step by step, and solved example problems. I recommend taking down one common example and one exceptional example. Referring to these notes before practicing past papers will help you guys to make revision for math much easier. If you guys have liked this video so far, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It will help me bring you guys more content like this. Tip number 4. Practice, practice, practice. When I was studying for my iGCSEs, my dad taught me perhaps the most important tip that helped me in scoring those 12 nines, and that is, make sure you aren't doubtful in any subject. Making sure you don't have any doubts isn't about memorizing aimlessly, but understanding critically. You need to be able to talk about that concept in your own words without copying from any resources. While my note-taking technique reinforces this for you, a couple of methods you can achieve this is also by continuously practicing past papers for each of your subjects and also teaching someone else who is entirely new to the concept. These 2 methods will help you figure out any gaps in your knowledge and help you save hours of aimless parrotizing, which can cut down your studying time even more. Tip number 5. Do the same past paper over and over again. You might think that this is not very effective because this will only make you memorize the answers to that past paper. Yeah, that's kind of the whole point. By experience, I've seen repeated patterns across several years of past papers, and many exam boards tend to ask questions on repeated topics in similar ways. Writing for the exam doesn't only involve actively recalling your content, but also doing so fast is important. So, having muscle memory in answering questions becomes a big advantage when it comes to answering questions under time pressure. So make sure to repeat past papers by keeping to a schedule. If you do want chemistry past paper today, then mark it and write down comments for each of the questions you got wrong. Keep it aside and revise the content that you found out you needed to study more about. Then repeat that past paper the day after, tomorrow. Do this for all subjects and you will almost instantly see an improvement in all of your grades. If you guys think these tips will be useful for you, try at least one today and comment down below the tip that you tried out along with a pencil emoji, and I'll be happy to reply to you guys.